I provisionally delighted in welcoming Shri P. Nivinathan. Shri P. Nivinathan has got a degree AMI in Mechanical Engineering and ME in Production Engineering from College of Engineering, Anna University, Guindy. He is presently doing his PhD in Anna University on similar and dissimilar welding of nickel-based superalloy 720 through friction welding process. He started his career in Integral Coach Factory, Indian Railway during 1988 and worked as a deputy shop superintendent in welding shop floor for fabrication of bogie wheels frames for rail coaches. After the initial stint of 2.5 years of the ICF, he moved to Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) as a scientist at Project Office, Hyderabad, and worked for Kaveri Engine Program for development of indigenous aerogas turbine engine for light compact aircraft. During this tenure of 6.5 years, he contributed for indigenous development of aero engine and components for forging in nickel-based superalloy, titanium-based alloy, and special steels in close association with Indian forgiving industries. Since 2007, he was involved in development of running gear system of Arjun MBT at CVRDE, Avadi, Chennai. During 2013 to 2018, he was leading a team for project management and human resources development activities in CVRDE. At present, he has been positioned as Additional Director of Running Gear Division with CVRDE. His present assignment involves indigenous development of suspension components and track for running gear system for Arjun MBT, automatic track sensor, attitude control system, and landing gear system for unmanned aerial vehicles. He published 3 technology documents, 6 technical reports, and 8 technical papers in Indian international conferences and journals. I take immense pleasure in welcoming you, sir.
Good morning to all students. So due to the present circumstances, we are unable to meet one-to-one now, but nevertheless, that I would like to share that whatever that the best possible from our side through this webinar program. First of all, let me thank the CIT Institute for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all. Here I structured the presentation in a way that the little bit about that whatever the products which have been developed, inducted into the services by the DRDO, followed by the very, very brief slides about that our CVRD products and about the career opportunities, which I can share with you right now. So let's go to the presentation form. Is there anybody can say that they have already seen the presentation, sir? It's no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you hearing?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Is it visible, and am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, thank you, very nice of you. So I will take a few minutes from you for this presentation. From the beginning, I just wanted to share the awareness is very, very important. Many occasions I felt when throughout my life, or maybe the initial days of my life, that because of lack of awareness, there are certain kind of that the opportunities which I believe that I would have lost. But this is a very, very nice program. I'm very thankful and happy that the institute taking this kind of initiative to share their career opportunities. See, for each and everyone's life, this is an important point. Because in fact, the knowing these opportunities would be very important for each and every students. Probably, I feel it would be right at the beginning of the schools that one should know what are the kind of the way that they can progress in their life and contribute more to the nation. Okay, so let me go to this because of the time paucity. I will just quickly glance through. So let's go to the slides now. It's a career opportunities for the engineer graduates in DRDO. This is a topic given to me, but I'll try to share that first about that our DRDO before I can get into this particular topic. So Defense R&D Organization, it's India towards a self-reliance. particularly from the serving this all the three services: Indian Army, Air Force, and Indian Navy. We have to meet technologically all the products, whatever they need, contemplating for the today's requirement and also for the futuristic product, giving surprises to our enemies. Otherwise, it is our survival, our keeping our nation intact is going to be a very, very challenging. So in these directions, we all got an opportunity. And now that I am very happy to share with you about that what DRDO did in the past 4 or 5 decades. So this is the presentation matter. I just would be proud to say my colleague, Mr. Sri A. Hafizur Rahman, scientist of senior scientist from our RG division, who compiled this entire presentation material. So he is also another very nice presenter in all respect. He motivates many of the students and who are visit us, as well as from the to go to the institute and give the talks actually. So the genesis and journey, this quickly go through that. Actually, if you look at it, we have started in 1958. It's amalgamation of the 3 important directorate of the government of India at that point of time: the Technical Development Establishment, Directorate of Technical Development and Production, Defense Science Organization, and all that. So we are all also had a very, very important importance gained during the various wars which had been taken place between the India and Pakistan, and as well with China. But now we have also done some kind of the Pokhran blast, about nuclear blast which have taken place in 1974 and 98. We have played a very, very important role. And now it's a very long way. Now from the initial days of the giving a support as a reverse engineering way, or maybe the copying that other means products. Now we have our own strength of making our own product and creating a state-of-the-art weapon systems indigenously for all the 3 services. The next slide shows our stalwarts. So probably it's this is a list and photographs of that our chiefs who have guided us all along our journey, and including Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam between 92 to 2000, who is one of the pioneer and means in our IGMDP program, and also guided us a lot and inducted many of the products into the army services. This is a spread of that all over the DRDO labs all over the country. We have about 54 major labs and pursuing various R&D activities, spreading with a various array of the technologies, and a lot of engineers are supporting us in this program. This is our organization structures, which gives a secretary chairman who is the chief of us, and this is the corporate structures being headed by the various DGs, Director Generals. ADA, the Aeronautical Development Agency, ATVP, they're all our another arms of our DRDO, so are supporting in very critical programs. This is a technological domain based clusters. We have about 7 major technological clusters: naval systems and materials, aeronautical systems, armaments and combat engineering systems, missile and strategic systems, electronics communication systems, life sciences, medical and computation systems. So dear friends, I think let's note from this particular point, sir, none of the engineer can be individual. Yeah, a single discipline cannot bring the product out. That is, a mechanical engineer alone cannot bring it to something which is useful to our society. Probably we would be requiring all the support of all the other allied and associated engineers like electronics, electrical engineers, and all the other systems. Then only the bigger system can be evolved and it can be implementable. But however, the domain experts join us as individual projects and makes the major program to a success. So this is totally a teamwork, which probably that each and every engineer has to understand, has to participate and practice. So otherwise, no, we cannot be successful. So let's be very clear. Individual may be very good and all the things, but in a career progression, we should involve our associates, colleagues all along our life, so that we can bring very major changes and successful in various challenges we are facing in the technological domain. So this is our depicting the organization structures gives you the broad idea. Then I'll quickly go into that various products of DRDO very faster. Now this is armament and combat engineering, where you could see that main battle tank, the rifles, the various kind of the ammunitions, and all this kind of the major products of the which are supporting the Indian Army will be done by the armament and combat engineering. This is a rifle, which is one of the very important product of our the armament and combat engineering. And here, this is a multi-barrel rocket launcher. This is another very important products which have been done by our the sister laboratory ARDE, Armament Research and Development Establishment at Pune. So this has been successfully inducted. Mark 1 has been inducted. Now Mark 2 also we've been through. And this is an advanced towed artillery gun. This is a gun which is 155 mm gun it has got, and it is one of the very long range the artillery gun systems. This has been successfully developed and it is in the phase of the induction. Our own Arjun MBT main battle tank products. This is a product from our near CVRD Avadi lab, and this Mark 1 already inducted. Mark 2 or Mark 1A, which is upgraded version of Mark 1, is in the pipeline and likely to be inducted very soon. So this is a wheeled amphibious platform. So this is one of the product of our sister lab from BRD Ahmednagar. Coming to the aeronautics, we also have various kind of the programs: unmanned aerial vehicles, piloted target aircraft, guided munitions, flight control systems, advanced early warning and control systems, gas turbine engine for aircraft, and turbochargers, and a small turbofan engine for cruise missiles. And I can list down the variety of products which are all being in the process of development or induction stages. One of our important products is Custom 2 UAV. It's a MALE at the medium altitude, long endurance, the unmanned aerial vehicle. So this product is one of the very important product for the surveillance purposes being developed by DRDO. So it's in the very advanced stage of development. You could see that various landing gears, which is a product of our CVRD, has been inducted into this aircraft. The Nirbhay cruise missile could be of some kind of the subsonic range, and this is another successful product of its particular category. Airborne early warning and control systems. This is the product which is actually mainly for the surveillance at the very, very high altitude, mounted on an aircraft. So the video files you would be watching. This is another successful product already inducted into the Air Force. It's a Kaveri gas turbine engines. It's another successful product which is getting that flight tested on a flying test bed at Russia. And now this product will be find a way to get inducted into the unmanned air vehicle, and later on for the going to be in a joint venture mode for the futuristic combat aircraft in the country. Various missiles and strategic systems, which probably all of you would be watching, are hearing through these all the newspapers and news channels. These are all our successful products. Variety of products have been done by DRDO at a DRDL lab at Hyderabad. So this covering the short to long range and capable of firing from surface to air, surface to surface, and air to surface, and through waters also. So this Agni is one of the very, very, very important product of the country. It gives our cutting edge advantage to our defense forces, and so you could see that it covers up the various ranges like medium range to intermediate range to intercontinental ballistic missiles. Right now, it can even attack any kind of the targets which is away by the 5,000 kilometers from the tower surface. So this has gone through the various phases. Probably as I was stated initially, this is one of the very, very important product which Dr. Abdul Kalam sir has initiated after coming from ISRO to DRDO, and this is shown to the country as one of the very successful product, and gives us a very major advantages from the tower defense point of view. Prithvi missiles, which is getting launched through the ship. And this is Akash missile, surface to air missile. This is a Nag missile, anti-tank missiles, which can hit any seek, identify and hit the targets like the tank systems. This is Astra missile. This is another K-15 missiles. This is from the underwater missiles which can come up to the surface and hit the targets which is on the sea. It is a long-range surface-to-air missile. This is a quick reaction surface-to-air missile. Another important mission, probably that maybe a couple of years before we have demonstrated to the country, that is, we can play a very important role even the surface, that the above surface. That is, whenever our satellite under threat, we would be able to manage through this Mission Shakti program that we can even precisely attack anything on the above our surfaces in a higher altitudes at high speed. This is a naval system materials. Because of the time limit, I am just quickly passing through. Hopefully, you will be enjoying understanding that what I would like to say is that more importantly, these are that each and every product of this kind has got their own technological challenges, and to be developed to their precise technical specification for implementation into the services. This is Varunastra. You could see that it get into the water and can be even to attack any kind of the tower objects which is underwater. Sonar and other system, electronic communication, which is very important. So without the communications, it is very difficult to have the communication between any of the forces and meet that any kind of the threat. So this is highly classified systems which are all being developed, and then it has been inducted into the services. Microelectronic devices and computational systems. Life sciences gives various kind of the life support systems for our army and soldiers. So I could see particularly the chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear protective equipments, which probably gives a much important advantages for our frontline fighters to take up any job. In fact, not only withstanding that, their day-to-day requirement like ready to heat and quick cooking, instantaneous freezed dried drinks, functional foods for Siachen and other high altitude and hazardous environments have been done by our sister labs at the Mysore, and they are all inducted. In fact, you may be knowing that MTR Foods have taken the licensed version, and they are all giving even as well. This is another important product. It's a collaborative work, BrahMos. It is a supersonic missile. Maybe India is the only country, probably along with Russia, have developed this particular the product. This is going to give us a very important advantages. This is the only supersonic cruise missile which is held by us. You could see that the variety of the product, Mach 1, Mach 2 and all done with the variety of their the objective, like the distance and as well as the capability of carrying the weapons and lethalities. This is the ADA Aeronautical Development Agency, which have been developed a light combat aircraft. Already Mark 1 is inducted. We are upgrading ourselves to the Mark 2, and probably it's finding its way, and future we will be going to the AMCA, that Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. So these are various videos, graphs are available. This is Advanced Technical Vessel. This is one of the first important nuclear driven the Ariane vehicle, which have been done by DRDO. It's a nuclear submarine. So variety of products with various changes have been done by DRDO. Coming to the CVRD at a glance, that so we have started, maybe if you look at it, our historical thing. So in 1929, it was at Pakistan. Later it moved to VID Ahmednagar. Then now to Chennai. It became a full-fledged lab in 1975. We have executed first major weapon systems and having a lot of credibility, and we are pursuing with our R&D in our own way. And our major role will be a design and development of prototypes for these tracked combat vehicles. Today we are pursuing various programs like for the manned version, that Arjun MBT tank and the tank related the development technologies and aircraft naval systems, unmanned aerial vehicles, unmanned armored fighting vehicles. So these are the variety of products we have played role for last 3 decades, and from the armored pattern call, we have now come to the stage of the CCPT and Arjun MBT, and we are growing. Our business is growing, and our products are being getting accepted, and it is getting inducted, and we are likely to get. We are getting the product. We have the business like sustenance of the old product, and making the current contemporary technologies, and inducting the various advanced products, and also working for the futuristic products. This is an array of Arjun MBT tank which have been lined up in this our desert at Rajasthan, and they are all serving at 2 regiments like 43 and 75 today. See, any main battle tanks will have its own variants. It happens like that. So like Mark 1, Mark 1A, and there is Beam T6, which is all upgraded version with the artillery gun systems and all, and armored repair and support vehicles exist. So the main battle tank will be translated to the artillery weapon platform, and as well as for the repair and support vehicles as well. So this is the array of that the Muntra, that is unmanned ground vehicles, which have been done right now on tele-operated mode. Even it can go on a advanced like the autonomous mode also as well, for which the technologies are getting under development, and also many of the technologies are developed, demonstrated. The latest version is BD50, which is a dozer, but this is playing a very, very important role in Himalaya. Whenever that they find some kind of landslides or this the snow clearing area, they need that in order to keep that our human life away, that these are remotely operated dozers are being implemented today. These are the variety of the aircraft products, like starting from that very, very compact, the aircraft mounted accessory gearbox, power takeoff shafts, various filters, and bearings and generators. They are all products of CVRD, which are all getting through. This is the latest product of our landing gear systems, nose landing gear and main landing gear systems for the variety of things. Our engineering analysis and design is part of the game, but then only the product getting through. This is a futuristic project, the next generation main battle tank in the already on our drawing board today. So now coming to our exact topic of career opportunities, because the time paucity I'm rushing through, but I will leave all my contact details so that you can anytime you can call me up and clarify yourself for your careers. And here with the important quoting of that our Abdul Kalam, just I can start with: you are born with wings, don't crawl. Learn to use them to fly and fly. This is Abdul Kalam's quoting. This is a career opportunity for young engineers to a challenging and bright futures. Of course, not only the DRDO I covered up, some kind of that other associated R&D institutions under the Government of India also has been covered now. Starting with the DRDO, followed by the Department of Space Research Organization, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. These are the main R&D organizations serving the government of India. Starting with different research organizations. So, you could be our chairmen are very successful. They are from the technical and engineering point of view, they have reached at the top of the position. So this scientific position today, of course, the variety of the recruitment process procedures have been followed in DRDO over a period of time. This is the point. Okay. So now preparing GATE is very, very important, as I was mentioning. Taking self notes for syllabus. Please thoroughly understand the subjects. Whenever you come up with any technology, please conducting your today there's various online that you can get clarified through the many of the online details are available about that various engineering aspects. And the previous GATE questions papers and practice the papers, that's going to be the very give you a lot of idea about how the questions are being asked and how you can address those things. Coaching classes also exist for the GATE, particularly in weekends also many online and offline they are conducting. And prepare exhaustively for a logical reasoning, quantitative and English. This is also important. One need not to only to concentrate on engineering technology, they need to know about other aspect as well. Organize a mock interviews, group discussions among yourselves. Have a nice talk across the table and have improve your knowledge. That's going to be important for you. Refer current affairs through the competitive exam and magazines. With this, I conclude my talk. Thanks once again to listening patiently on my talk, and thanks the organizers for giving me an opportunity. Any kind of the requirement, I'll leave that my contact details to our principal. You can call me up and you can contact me anytime. Thank you. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir, for such an informative session and sharing your experience and knowledge with us. Thank you, sir, once again. Now, I request a principal to share some few words with us.
Presentation. Can I talk? Yes, sir. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Any question? That presentation is okay? Did you hear properly?
Sir,
Yeah.
So there is a question, sir.
Hello? Please go ahead.
It is from Deepan Raja. When India's first indigenous slit fighter HAL ANC will join an Indian Air Force?
It is not from HAL, it is from DRDO. The stealth AMCA program has already commenced. So we are planning to have something about 2028, 2030. That probably that all the technology will be through after the getting through that various kind of the trials and the flying test. It will go with the Indian Air Force. That we are planning now. Already the various technological aspects have been addressed, and sub projects for the development of various kind of the technologies have been commenced.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, we have come to an end, sir.
Yeah.
So, thank you, sir, for such an informative session and sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Thank you, sir, once again. Now,
before concluding, was it you could see my presentation clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes,
voice was hearing, and
yes,
whether you are clear about that communication?
Yes,
because
sir.
Not only that, I should also know how I conveyed my thought. How useful also it's very, very important. Then only that we can reciprocate in a better way in the days to come.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. It was really a very useful session, sir.
Thank you. Wish you all the best.